Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Total Drama World Tour viewer voting, where we are going to find out which was the best song of the season. We have arrived at the end because it's finally time to reveal the public votes. Before we start, let's take a look at the current standing. As we can see in the lead, we have I'm Sorry with 140 points and quite a big margin. Following them is I'm Gonna Make It, who is 29 points behind, and for the rest of them, they are quite behind. But it doesn't mean it's over for them because the public can change it all. Perhaps even Shear the Sheep is able to take the win. I highly doubt that, but it's a possibility. So how does the scoring of the public work? Well, throughout many posts and videos, you were able to vote for your favorite. You guys had 20 votes in each comment, and I added them all up together. Then I did some mathematical calculations and got public points. It's based on percentage. So for example, if you get 5% of the votes, you will get 5% of the total points. So it's pretty simple. So I want to clarify that if a song gets 10 points, that does not mean it got 10 total votes from you guys. Also, the song with the least amount of public points will automatically get a 0. With that said, let's begin. It's time for the big moment. Let's find out which Total Drama World Tour song is the best of them all. This is where it's all gonna take place, and let's jump right into it. Here is how it's gonna work. We are starting with the song that received the least amount of jury points, and then move up the scoreboard one by one. That means we will start giving points to Shear the Sheep, and end it all with I'm Sorry. So Shear the Sheep, let's start with you. It looks like the jury did not like you, but maybe the public feels a little bit different about your song. Well, unfortunately, they did not, as they only gave you 4 points, which means you move up 1 spot. Now Verses. They are currently in last, but only need at least 4 points to avoid last place. Are you ready? Because the audience has given you 84 points. That's a huge amount of points, and you move up 5th place and are currently on the left side of the scoreboard. That might be the biggest shock of the night. Congratulations. Now it's I'm winning this, and let's see if you stay true to your name. Will you win this contest? The answer is sadly no, as the audience only gave you 24 points. We move on to Sea Shanty Mix. It's looking rough for you too, as the audience rewarded you 30 points. Looks like the audience was not vibing with the ocean songs tonight. Let's see what you guys have awarded Gypsy Rap. I think you will like this one. Gypsy Rap fans, don't be disappointed because the audience has given you 45 points. That's pretty good, and you move to the left side of the scoreboard. 5 songs have received their points, but there are still 15 songs waiting for the audience's judgment. So far, not much has changed. Only Verses and Gypsy Rap have done decently so far. But now it's time for Wake Up. Wake Up. Are you ready? The audience has voted, and they decided to reward you with a total of, as Bridget said, I'm sorry, 0 points. Well, that was a shocker. But let me clarify that Wake Up did in fact get a few votes. But they were the song with the least amount of votes, which means that is an automatic 0 points. Let's not get depressed, because we are moving on to my favorite song, which was Blainerific. And the audience gave this one 60 points. Aw, come on, y'all. I mean, I'm happy, but you guys could do better than that, right? Speaking of someone who could do better, it's time for Boyfriend Kisser. I have to say that the jury robbed you guys. You are too low for my liking. Luckily, the audience has changed your fate, as they have given you... Are you ready? They have given you 99 points. That means we have a new leader. Can it hold that place until the end of the show? I doubt that. But still, it's amazing seeing a new song in the lead. As I said, anything can still happen. We move on to Stuck to a Pole, someone who also did worse than I thought with the juries. I'm gonna reveal a secret for you guys, and that is that Stuck to a Pole won the first semi-final, which means that they received the highest points from the qualifiers in its semi. But the question is, will those points reflect here as well? I have some sad news, because unfortunately it did not, because the audience has given it only 62 points. I mean, it's not bad, not too shabby, but I honestly thought it would do much better considering it won the first semifinal. Now we move on to Paris in the Springtime. It received a total of 3 12-pointers in the jury voting, which kinda shocked me. It's also one of the few songs with multiple languages, or is it the only one? I can't really remember. But let's see if the audience enjoyed this quote on, quote, French song. And it looks like they did, because you have received 48 points. See, people love music with different languages. 10 songs has had their fate sealed. Meanwhile, 10 other songs are still waiting for their fate to be decided by you guys at home. As we can see, a lot has changed since we last looked at the scoreboard. We finally got a new leader, which is Boyfriend Kisser. But they are just ahead with 2 points, which is probably not enough to take the win. So which song do you think can pass Boyfriend Kisser? Are you nervous or excited? Well, let's move on. Now we have What's Not to Love. And honestly, they did better than I thought with the juries. I mean, I like it, but I didn't think many of the other juries would. But it's not all about the juries, because does the audience think the same? Well, I don't think so, because they only awarded the song 12 points, which is pretty low to be honest. That was not a big of a jump, more like standing on your toes. 9 to go, and we continue with Before We Die. Another song that surprised me with how well it did with the juries. But what does the audience think? Well, the audience has given you 22 points. Another case of doing well with the juries and poorly in the public votes. Despite making it to the left side of the scoreboard, I do think it will probably fall to the right side again. This is why you need to do well with both the juries and the public. You cannot just be good at one side and bad with the other. Otherwise, your score will not be good enough. It's time for Lashana and her sisters. This might be a rough one for all the sisters fans there. I was devastated when I saw these points. I literally had to double-check the votes. Sometimes the audience just disappoints and think differently than you. This time, they did. Psych. Just kidding. Because the audience has given you a total of 108 points. That is the highest points from the public so far. And with those points, you move up and take the lead. We have a new leader, guys. Now the big question is, will sisters be able to stay at top and win it all? Stay tuned. Let's keep up the momentum after Sisters with Come Fly With Us. For being the first song of the season and nostalgic for many people, you are bound to get a huge amount of votes from the audience, right? Well, it turns out that you were pretty forgettable as you only received 14 points. This kind of shocked me, to be honest. Like, I knew it wouldn't win. But only 14 is pretty devastating. My guess is that it's a good song that many remember and like, but not good enough that many have it as their favorite, therefore not getting a lot of votes. Now let's move on with Oh My Izzy. Let's see what the audience thinks about your song. Sisters are still in the lead, but can Oh My Izzy pass them with their points form the audience? Well, the audience has rewarded you with a total of 71 points, which, unfortunately, is not enough to pass Sisters. Will anyone be able to pass them? Wow, this is going by really quick. We started with 20 songs, but now are down to just 5 songs remaining. Lashana's Sisters are still in the lead with 172 points. Do you guys feel the end coming? This is it. We are almost at the end, and only one song can win. Who will it be? Comment who you think it's gonna be. We move on to This Is How We Will End It.
And let's see what the audience thinks of them.
This is how we will end it. Will you end up at the top or not move at all? Well, what do you guys think? I have the answer right here. Be ready because you received 92 points from the audience. Well, look at that. This means we have a new leader again. Moving on, we have Condor, who came fourth in the jury voting. I know there are many Condor fans out there who are probably super nervous. Well, you should be because you voted your ass off, and it paid off because Condor have received a total of 128 points from the audience, which means you pass This Is How We Will End It and are now in the lead. But only because Condor is in the lead doesn't mean it's over. We still have 3 songs left who haven't received their points yet, so things can still change. Before we move on, let's take a quick look on how the standings are looking. In first place is Condor, but there are still 3 songs who have not received their points yet. They are We Built Gwen's Face, I'm Gonna Make It, and I'm Sorry. Any of these 4 songs can still win. Who will it be? Continuing on with the suspense, we have We Built Gwen's Face next. To get into the top position, you will need at least 128 points. Let's see if the audience was generous enough. We Built Gwen's Face, from the audience, you have received 116 points, which is not enough to pass Condor. That means it's down to these 3 songs. Only one of them will win. Will either I'm Gonna Make It or I'm Sorry be able to pass Condor? There are a few points left, but are they enough? We move on to our next song who came in second with the juries. Will I'm Gonna Make It make it? The audience has voted, and they rewarded you with 89 points, which unfortunately is also not enough to pass Condor. It now comes down to I'm Sorry. Oh my goodness, I cannot take this anymore. It's time for the final reveal. It has all come down to this last moment. It's between Condor and I'm Sorry. In just a few seconds, we will know the winner. Condor, after your jury points and public votes, you are now in the lead with 221 points. You cannot receive any more points. But I'm Sorry, you still need the public votes to pass Condor. You are gonna need a minimum of 82 points. Are there enough points for you? Let's see how the audience voted. We have all been waiting for this moment. After a few weeks of voting, it all comes down to this. I'm Sorry, from the audience, you have received 52 points, which is not enough to pass Condor. This means that the winner of the Total Drama World Tour Eurovision is Condor.
I've got problems with Condor, problems with Condor.
Wow. Congratulations, Condor. You are the winner of the Total Drama World Tour Eurovision. Also, huge congratulations to We Built Gwen's Face, who came in second, and I'm Gonna Make It for coming in third place. You know what? Congrats to all the songs. Now let's take a quick look at the final results. As we can see, despite getting a huge amount of jury points, I'm Sorry did not receive enough public points. It got just 52 public points, which means it came 11th with the public. On the other side, we had Boyfriend Kisser and Versus, who did so good with the public, and they improved their final placement. Now, unfortunately, someone has to be last, and this time it had to be Shear the Sheep. So what do you think about the final results? Comment down below who shocked you, who got robbed, and what do you think overall? Now let's take a look at the semi-final results. Here are the first results for the first semi-final. As you can see, it was stuck to a poll who won in. That is why I was shocked with how poorly it did with the public compared to those results. Also, Gypsy Rap was on the edge and almost did not make it, but thankfully it did. Another shock is Sisters, who came 9th in the semi-final, but thanks to their public support in the final, they managed to reach 6th place. Let's now take a look at the other semi-final. Here they are, and there are some few shocking results here. For example, the winner, which was Condor, only managed to get 5th place in the semi-final, and I can tell you it did not receive any 12 points there. On the other hand, I'm Gonna Make It, which won the semi-final, received 9 out of 30 12-pointers. That's kinda insane. Look at who almost did not make it. It was Wake Up, which makes sense if you look at their public score they got in the finals. As before, which results shocked you and who of the non-qualifiers got robbed? Comment down below. Well, that was it. It has been a long week for you guys and me. But this is the end of the Total Drama viewer voting. I have new adventure ahead of me, which is, yes, the new Total Drama games that are going to be released soon. I will try to play them on my channel, so be sure to subscribe and like this video for more content. And if you are a fan of these viewer voting series, comment down below what the next theme should be. With all that, I want to say thank you for the support, and bye.